Hello and welcome to Grocer Pod. My name's Sean Kosednar. This week I have another conversation from Innovation Showcase. I sat down with Matt Swanson from North Country Business Products. We talked about how they can help AWG member retailers revamp their point of sale solutions. Before I get to Matt, I want to remind you to please subscribe to Grocer Pod. Subscribing means new episodes will be downloaded for you each week. You can find Grocer Pod on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube Music, or any other platform you use to listen to podcasts. So now, here's my conversation with Matt Swanson. Next, I'm joined by Matt Swanson from North Country. Matt, how are you finding the show so far?
It's been a great show. A lot of good conversations happening with retailers, and it's an excellent time so far.
So I have on my list NCBP. That may be how some people know you. You had me introduce you as from North Country. Why don't you tell people what the switch is?
Sure. So we've always been North Country Business Products. Over the last probably a couple of years, we've been reflecting on what does that mean as far as a brand and what resonates the most. We've been around since 1945. You can imagine, since back in 45. We did a lot of different things, focused more on adding machines, typewriters, that sort of thing. And that's not what we do, obviously. So tried to still pay homage to what the brand always has been, but modernize it a little bit. So North Country is what we are known moving forward as.
So no more adding machines, no more typewriters. What is North Country doing now?
So we're a traditional point of sale reseller, value-added reseller, providing point of sale solutions and all the technology that goes around it. In the grocery space specifically, we're large NCR and Toshiba partners. And we also do a lot of work in the hospitality side of our business, but we have also been looking at ways can we add actual value to that relationship and developing some of our own software and tools to help retailers.
So if I was a retailer and I wandered up to your booth at the showcase today, what am I going to find?
So we're actually focusing almost entirely on Pyxis, which is our integration platform, through the idea that a lot of data is kept in silos throughout a retailer, which isn't any different than in every other company that's out there. But I think it was especially true and still is in grocers as a whole. So trying to find ways to connect those different applications to work better together to help drive better efficiencies, reduce labor costs, and more importantly, probably to be able to make better business decisions by bringing those pieces of data together.
When you talk about data, are we talking about customer data, sale data, all of the above?
It's really all of the above. There's a lot of different pockets that you can use this in, whether it's creating a better customer experience because you know what their history is and how to better market to them and reach out to them with targeted offers that make sense. But really where I think the bigger value for a lot of retailers is to be able to make those better decisions, which are driven by sales data. It's driven by some of your vendor data, some of your employee data, some external data sources potentially as well, and being able to connect those with minimal manual work, which obviously drives errors as well as additional costs in order to try to integrate those.
One of the things that jumped out at me was you mentioning employee data. I feel like that's often overlooked. How can retailers better use employee data?
So there's a lot of different pieces from that, whether it's talking about actual efficiency, but also what is their overall experience from the point of sale? Where are they getting caught up in? How do they interact with the various different systems that you have already? That can be very frustrating for an employee, and in today's times where you're trying to find as much talent as possible, and that's a barrier and one that is costly at this point. Trying to improve that at every step that you can also then helps you to deliver a better experience for your end customer as well.
From what I know about running a grocery store, which is very little, I run a podcast. It seems like they have lots of different partnerships going on. How can North Country help integrate with the partnerships that they already have?
So we've developed this Pyxis platform, which is essentially what I'm talking about. And we've already integrated with probably 25 to 30 different partners that are out there, most of the big names in the grocery space. But we're also constantly turning up new partnerships, either that we have identified and we think adds value to that overall experience, or what our customers have have really driven what that roadmap looks like. And we're able to turn up those integrations faster and cheaper than what a traditional or legacy approach would look like. I think one of those good examples is, and it's getting a lot of talk here at the show today, those HPC and OTC cards. We've been working with ThinkCreative to actually be able to bring that to multiple point-of-sale applications faster than what some of the other solutions were. And that's one of those areas that I think is also, especially in more complex retailers that might have multiple point-of-sale systems at different locations because they've grown through acquisition or merger, being able to tie all of that information together in a central location and be able to use the same systems across the board without having to rip and replace everything you've got in the store.
And so how's that going to help an AWG member retailer?
So about the ThinkCreative partnership specifically, it allows you to turn up acceptance of these HPC and OTC cards, which, as everybody probably knows, is a huge pocket of money, and that many times are being lost to some of the bigger brands out there because it's not something that's readily supported by a lot of AWG members. But more broadly, I think depending on where they're at in their own evolution and what their goals are for as a retailer, being able to connect these different systems without having to think about it, being able to get them as close to plug and play as possible, I think has a big impact on the way they're able to operate their businesses.
So Matt, before I let you get out of here, what else do AWG member retailers need to know about North Country and your offerings?
We offer a wide variety of different solutions depending on what the technology need is. We've really always been known as that point-of-sale vendor, but we have our own managed services practice that provides managed networks, telephones, really everything that you'd need from a technology footprint. And we also have a large hospitality presence. So really what we've focused, and this has been a strategic decision that we've made, is to try to be able to deliver the best value and be able to let our customers, your retailers or your members, be able to focus on running their business, the grocery part of it, and let us help with the technology piece. And we think we've built out a pretty good foundation.
That sounds like a great plan. If any retailers are interested, what do they need to do?
So you can reach our website. It's ncbpinc.com. It's like North Country Business Products Incorporated.com. And we'll definitely make sure somebody gets in touch with them, or we're at many of the different shows around as well.
Perfect. Thanks a lot, Matt.
Thank you.
And thank you all for listening. I have lots of great conversations still to come from Innovation Showcase. I'm going to keep bringing them to you in the weeks to come. In the meantime, please remember to like and subscribe to GrocerPod. That way you can stay up to date on all the latest things going on around AWG. Until next week, this has been Sean Kosednar with GrocerPod.